You're about to see four straight-on kickers. I want you to pay attention to their style, what they're doing. This is Jim Bakken, great all-around athlete, went to Wisconsin, played for the St. Louis Cardinals. Really outstanding kicker, kicked for 17 years in the league. Take a look at his form. Nice loose arms, everything square. He's probably maybe the purest of the straight-on kickers. Couldn't kick it super far, but was very, very effective, very, very accurate. Next kicker is the big leg that you hear of. This is Erxleben, who was not a good pro, but was a sensational college player. This is a kick. You can see the height that he gets. That's a 2-inch tee that he gets to use. Bakken's kicks there were off the ground. And he ended up kicking a 67-yarder, which is the second longest kick in college history. These are other players at the time, Tony Franklin and Steve Little. He was also a great punter, just could boom the ball. Frankly, for you straight-on kickers, you should be punters as well. The steps, in essence, are the same. Obviously, you got to have a drop in there. He puts a little body turn in. I don't like that, but his leg is so good, he averaged about 50 yards a punt. And finally here, he's going to boom the 67-yard kick right from there. That's a trick. Make that one. Next guy is Moseley, fantastic, and the only kicker ever to win NFL's MVP award. Try that one out. That's true. That's a real thing. He kicked, I want to say, 20 or 21 straight field goals in a row in a strike-shortened season, and they gave him the MVP. Take a look at his form. Nice and smooth, nice and relaxed, lockout, nice leg swing. See that pop when he comes off the ball, and he gets through the ball. Boom, and right through it. A great, great kicker. And pressure kicker for sure. Take a look at this game call from a playoff game in 1980.
9 seconds left. Moseley takes a deep breath. It will be a 42-yard try. And they need a good snap. It's good, and the kick is good, and the Redskins have the lead with 4 seconds left, and you folks just saw 21 in a row. For the first time, the Redskins have the lead.
Lastly, we're going to end up with Tom Dempsey, who's kind of a special case. This is the guy who he played for 6 different teams, so his accuracy was sometimes in question, but leg strength and power unmatched. He had a club foot, he had a deformed hand, but he set the record back in 1971, I want to say. Look at that shoe, special shoe that he had. This is a 63-yard field goal that stood for some 40 years in the NFL, off the ground, straight-on kicker against the Lions. Nobody thought he had a chance to make it, and he just belts this thing, just barely gets over the bar. Notice where the goalposts are. They're up on the goal line back in those days, but it's still 63 yards for sure. The interesting thing about Tom was, like Jim Bakken, he was also one of our instructors at my father's, Mike Farley's kickers camp so many years ago in 1971, 72, I believe, and really showed us some incredible kicking back then. I was just a little squirt shagging the balls for Tom and for Jim. But take a look at his form, and what's coming up is the players themselves tell a bit about that famous 63-yard kick. Most of the guys were heading in for the locker room thinking that the game was over.
But we just kind of did it out of reaction rather than thinking.
I was basically thinking about the same things that I did every time I kick. Keep your head down, kick through the ball, but yet kick this one a little bit harder than you normally do.
I heard the ball hit his foot. His foot hit the ball. It was a sound unlike I'd ever heard, and it almost sounded like a cannon going off. That's the first thing that struck me, was that sound.
The moment he hit the ball, I said, my God, he made it. You could just see that ball just fire off his foot.